welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is day 5 of our 12 days of beauty, and I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And so today we are doing a yellow look, which is why I have on yellow scarf and yellow clothes. I'm not gonna wear earrings just because I just don't feel like putting on earrings once I do this. I'm not gonna feel like putting on earrings. But I wanted to wear yellow things to go with this yellow makeup, because that's gonna pull the look together. So today is yellow, and I found a reference photo that I was like, ooh, I think I would like to use that one. I think this one is going to be really nice. And so I was like, ooh, how she did that. I was looking at the makeup and I'm like, ooh, how she did that. Like, it's very simple, but it's also not simple. So I think I could do it. I do think I can do it. It's not that hard. It doesn't look hard at all. So, as per the usual, when we have a reference photo here, I'm using my iPod. So this is the one that we're going to do today. I'm using my iPod to do the reference photo here. And then I'm going to put it off to the side over here so that you can see it. And as I'm attempting to do it. So yeah, I think it shouldn't be super hard to do. It's really just matte yellow eyeshadow and, she's got a little highlight in the corner. She's got an over the lash line. She's got a pinup line with a wing. Her eyebrows are super, super filled in and shaped up. She's got on falsies, which I'm going to use mascara to do that. And then just brown liner and lip gloss. And that's it. I mean, it looks gorgeous on her though, because her skin tone. Whew, let me tell you, when I tell y'all we are magical. Us black girls are magical. Her skin tone is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I think it should be simple to do this, even with my little limited makeup skills. So yeah, I think we can do that. So then we're gonna, as per the usual, we're gonna start with the eyes first. Let's see if we can't get that rolling. I'm gonna do my eyes first because that is the most involved part of this here. This is gonna take a minute to get everything going in place where it is set up and ready to go. So let me see. And of course I dropped one of my little tools already. I did, of course I did. I thought I had grabbed eyeshadow primer, but I did not. As per the usual, I left something out. Let's see. I can grab some primer. Actually, you know what? Today, I'm going to use, because I haven't used it in a minute. For the eyeshadow primer, because we're starting with the eyes. For the eyeshadow primer, we're going to go in with the Juvia's Place I Prep, I Prime eye primer. So, alright. The reference photo should be there now. Post-production, I'm going to add that, but it should be there at the 4-minute mark. And so, I got to shake this up. I have a tool, and then I can use this tool because it's got 4 sides to it. So, I'm going to go ahead and get her going. Yeah, this I Prep, I Prime, you have to shake it up because it has like a water lead into it. It's to keep the product, not messy. Not like dried up or whatever. So I noted that, and Miss Gina, one of my earliest followers, was the ones who told me that also too, That's why they do that. All right, so as y'all can see, once I put this on, it is very much a brown. It is the shade, this is in shade 3, and it matches my eyelid perfectly. So, once upon a time, I could actually use this as a concealer. I started using this as a concealer because I had read that somewhere, that you can use eyeshadow primer as a concealer in a pinch if you do not have any. And I did not have any at the time. So I was like, oh, really? I did not know that. I learned something new. That was, and it served in a pinch until I could go get me some concealer, which my first concealer was Juvia's Place. So, because I heard, and I had Juvia's Place products here at the house already. And so I was like, oh, all right, well, I'll use this. I had already started using eyeshadow primer. I was like, all right, I'll start using this. That's as a concealer so I can get familiar with concealer. And then I bought it. I went and bought concealer, but this is great in a pinch because it does match my face. It matches my face very well, as you can see. Like, it does. You can't really tell that I put on any eyeshadow primer at all. It really does not. If you didn't know better and didn't sit here and see me put this on, you might be like, I don't know, maybe her eyelids are that good. It just makes them look a little bit unnaturally smooth, if you will. But that's perfect. I love that. So, all right, so we're keeping our tool out into the side. It's our little tools. You can see I have eyeshadow primer here. We're going to keep this out to the side because we're going to come back in once this dries and do what we need to do. So, for the face primer, we are going to go in with the I think I'm going to use the Sephora today. We'll go in with the Sephora. And make that work a little bit. I actually really like the Sephora primer. It is actually really good. Foundation primer. It is very, very good. It works really well on my skin. In prepping it for face makeup. It works really well. It feels really good. I like that it doesn't have a scent, which most of my face primers do not. I've noticed that they don't have a scent. But some do. I have noticed some of them do smell like. I don't smell anything. Smell like chemicals, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to put that on my face necessarily. So yeah, it does. It does not have a scent, but this feels incredibly soft on my skin. It does, and it does smooth and blur. So this is, so that y'all know what it is. This is the Sephora Smooth and Blur Primer. So, yes. Try to get primer in every spot that needs it. But it does feel immensely soft on my cheeks. My skin is still calming down from the acne. The dark spots are coming along. I'm working on getting rid of those. I seem to have a little bit more hyperpigmentation underneath my eyes now. Underneath this eye specifically. Not sure why. It's like right here and right here. I'm not sure why. And it's a little bit like right here. That's really, a lot of that is hyperpigmentation and acne. Scarring. Not that I went and ran and did anything with it. Like, I didn't, like, like pop it or anything. That's just it going away. And in a couple of weeks, it'll be gone. It will be as if it weren't there. This one has lasted a little bit of time. But I've noticed this has started clearing up when I changed my routine with taking off my makeup. So what I have been doing when I do not necessarily want to do a deep clean, I will do makeup remover because I have, and I'm looking at it in my kit. That's why I'm looking over there. I have makeup remover balm that I use. I use that. And then now, once I take that off, I do wipe down with some micellar water. And then, to take off I should back up a little bit too. To take off my eye makeup, I use a makeup remover wipe. It's just to do my eyes because I can get that off. No problem with that. And it's not going to be a lot of residue at all, if any. So then for my face, I use a makeup remover balm. And then because I don't want to get the balm in my eyes. Yes, I know, close your eyes. But I also don't want to get it in my eyes accidentally because I am the type I would. So I definitely would. So to combat that, that's why I just do it for my face. Then I wipe that off. I wash my hands, or at least rinse my hands off, wipe it dry with a paper towel, and then take that damp paper towel. My hands have just been wet. Take that damp paper towel and wipe off the makeup balm, the makeup remover balm, and then wipe down with micellar water to get whatever residue is left over. And then I use a toner, which helps. Now that helps because it will dry up my skin. Yes, I realize it's gonna dry the skin. It's gonna dry it out. But I then come behind that once I got that, because that helps with drying up this acne and the weird parts of my face. Then I take some, I have moisturizer, and I spend a fortune on moisturizer. It feels like I spend a fortune on moisturizer, but I have a lot of the Hydro Boost, Neutrogena Hydro Boost, which does help my skin a lot, when I use it consistently. And I have La Roche-Posay, so, that helps. And then I have some Laneige also too, if I really want to do that. And then I have some benzoyl. I have the Persagel to put on spots, very specific spots that are problematic, like over here, right here, to fade these and calm this down, and under here, because I tend to get under here where the hyperpigmentation is. I tend to have problems here. So this will get a little red and act a little weird. And so I have to put something there to calm it down. And it is very calmed down now. I also have moles under here. They are hereditary moles. So there's that. So anyway, while I was doing all this, waiting on my face to settle down and lock in. So once that's done, and I have my moisturizer on, and I have my Persagel on, I put my lip treatment on, because I wear a lot of lipstick and a lot of lip gloss, and it destroys the skin on my lips. So, and I'm not one of those ones who can wear primer. I can wear primer under lip gloss. I cannot wear primer under lipstick, liquid lipstick, because it will not adhere. For me, it will not adhere with that primer on up underneath there. I have tested it. So I'm also, right now while I'm talking, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, because Miss Lady here has very, very, very filled in black eyebrows. I did kind of comb and brush them earlier, as I did with my eyelashes also, to kind of get them prepped and ready for mascara and whatever we were going to do up here. But I'm using this Ruby Kisses, this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon pencil. And we're going to use this. This is the brow and eyeliner pencil. This is in the shade Black 651 Black. And I'm going to fill in my brows and do a very nice fill in. But anyway, yeah, once I got all that on, I do my lip treatment and we're good to go. And then I'm finished for the night. Now, it sounds like that's a lot, but it really only takes probably about 10-15 minutes at the most. Because I know what I want to do with it now. And I also know how to use the makeup remover balm pretty well now. It's not like it's doing so much anyway. It's really not. It's not like it's like a complicated setup. It's really not. It is literally putting it on and then wiping it off. My brows are very, very... They seem sparse, but they're not. My brows are very, very, very thick. They just wild. I just have very wild brows. And I know I'm probably doing this wrong. And y'all brow people are out there are like, girl, what are you doing? How exactly are you trying to do them brows, ma'am? I know. Trust me, I know. It's probably not the best, but I don't have a whole lot of brow experience. I just fill them in. I used to fill in my brows when I was younger. Oh, I look crazy with super thick, full eyebrows like that. Holy crap, I look crazy. It's okay. We're going to fill in the rest of the makeup. I look weird. I look like I should have a unibrow, like right here. But it's fine. It's all right. We'll be all right. I look weird. And I do have hair right here. It's in the center. It's very barely visible because there's very little there. But I have some. It is what it is. If I shaved it, it'll grow back. And it'll grow back twice as much. It'll do like how my sideburns here do. So, all right. So now my face is good to go. Brows are browing. So we're ready to do eyes. All right. So Miss Ma'am here with this face. I'm trying to figure out how she's doing this. So she did not cut her crease at all. She just kind of put yellow here. Yellow. And I'm like, all right, you have yellow there. That's a lot of yellow. But you didn't cut your crease. So, and you have a highlight in each corner, on the inner corner of the eye. I guess I'm not cutting my crease. that's what I guess we not doing. All right. I'm all right. So for the eyeshadow, we're gonna go in. This is with the Juvia's Place Zulu. This is the Zulu palette, as it is referred to. And it has like this marigold up here. Now, I do have another not as marigold yellow, and I might just do that one. I'm looking at it to see how deep yellow this is. And the yellow that I have, the other yellow that I have is in my ColourPop, but also too, I'm looking to see, do I have a yellow in the Garden of Juvia's? Because I have the Garden of Juvia's. Nope, that's a marigold. Oh no, that's daffodil, but daffodil would be great, but okay, so y'all can see this. Daffodil up here would be great, but it's a shimmer shade, and she does not have on shimmer. She really doesn't. That's not really a shimmer. That's really a matte with, if I'm looking at that correctly. That ain't a shimmer like this is. So, yeah, that looks super matte. That doesn't look like it's a shimmer except in the corner of her eye. So, Yeah, I don't think we need to do that one. But that's the yellow that I need. Let me think. So like I say, my other yellow is in. Let me see if I can pull this little thing out here. Do I have one in that? Yes, I have one in the Ruby Kisses one, and I have one in the Honey. This is the Honey palette from ColourPop. So let's take a look at these and see what's happening here. See if I can find another not as mustard gold yellow. Let's see. Try to get that back up underneath there. That's not gonna work. Of course it's not. Because I'm very, very curious about how this is gonna work. Okay. It may be in the Culture 2 palette too. Maybe. Okay. Alright, so let me see. I can see that that's a matte in the Ruby Kisses palette. But let's look and see in this. Oh, yeah. Sweet Spot is the yellow one that I've used. Oh, Behave is another one. Stinger. Okay. So this is the Honey palette from ColourPop. I bought this a minute ago, and I really like it because it gives me the yellow that I need. This one is probably the best one. And I've used it before. This is probably the best one. So I'm looking to see this Ruby Kisses one, this yellow up here at the top. That's probably really good too. That's for eye. So we could do that. I guess it's just a matter of which one do I want to use. I've used the ColourPop one before, but I've not used the Madagascar Forest yellow. Alright, so we'll do that one. And we'll keep ColourPop out just in case. We're gonna just in case we have to course correct in the middle of doing this. That is entirely possible. Now, you guys, if you watched day 4, you saw me use this Ruby Kisses Madagascar Forest palette. Let me tell y'all the saga that is this green eyeshadow. Y'all, this green eyeshadow, this green glitter made me so mad. I am still, even though I wiped and removed it and did all this, I still have green eyeshadow, green glitter everywhere. Like, I managed to get a majority of it off, but I still got it everywhere. And I'm like, I'm so sick of green glitter. This is why I don't wear green glitter that often. This is why. It gets on my nerves so much. So much. So, alright. I am picking up the yellow on my palette. Off my palette, I'm picking it up and putting it on my little tool. And we're just going to go in with it. Straight in. And the reason why I was trying not to do that marigold is because I have on this brown is going to make it very a whole lot darker than what it actually is. And this brown is trying to eat up this yellow, as y'all can see. It is really trying to eat up this yellow. So yeah, we may have to go back in. You can barely see it on my eye, even though I can see it and I'm putting it on here. It is eating it up. Like, as soon as I go to spread it out, it's like, you're going to have to go back into that pan. So, yeah, we're going to have to go in with the yellow. I mean, with that other yellow from the, whatchamacallit, palette. From the ColourPop. Because this yellow is getting ate up by that brown. Because, it's pigmented. It's just not. It's fighting hard against this brown. And this brown is winning. So, also too, we are going to do over the lash line. And I'm drawing it. I'm putting all of this all the way down here. And I can just draw on top of it. That's not a problem. But as you can see, and I'm getting a lot of fallout too, which is kind of annoying. So I mean, this is not the best palette that I own. I mean, it's got an interesting color story. I will give it that. But this yellow is getting ate up by this brown. If I had put white on underneath here, as we have discussed before in our main series, if I had put white on here, it would have been fine. It probably would have been fine. And as you can see, I have yellow on, but it ain't a whole lot of yellow. Ooh wee, that's not a whole lot of yellow, y'all. Alright, let me put it on the other eye and then we'll switch to the ColourPop palette. Because, I mean, that brown is just eating it up. Every little bit I'm putting on here is like, you got to put on some more. Because you are not putting on enough. And I am dipping into the palette. It's not like I am not putting on anything on the stick here. On this applicator. Okay. Like I say, and I'm getting fallout too. At least I did on the other eye. Okay. I mean, it's there. It's just, boy, it's barely on there. All right, so let's switch to these other colors are fine. Like I say, it's because I'm using this eyeshadow primer. This specific eyeshadow primer. All right, so we're gonna go in with the color Sweet Spot right here. We're gonna go in with that. And I'm using the other side of this to do this. Now, maybe with this yellow base for the other one on, this should perform a little bit better, hopefully. Yeah, okay. So see, that's performing a heck of a lot better than with the Madagascar forest one just being with the Madagascar forest one being the base. Because now this buddy is very pigmented. But ColourPop's stuff is very pigmented anyway for me. So I generally don't have problems with it. I'm going to give myself a crease up here. And then we're going to fill in down. Because I feel like I got to have some type of line. Something to delineate where I need to stop. And I realize it's kind of up in her brow, kind of, looking at that photo. But also my natural crease is fighting hard against this powder. Y'all, I mean, it's fighting hard against this powder. That's why I keep going over this section, is because it is fighting against, like, this little ridge right here in the center. It's like, but ma'am, you have hooded lids. Stop. I'm getting a little fallout here on my side of my eye, but it's fine. We'll make it work. I can clean that up. Okay. Now see, that went on beautifully this time. Going across this eye, spreading it across this eye. It went on beautifully. Would have been nice to just be able to do this with a shadow stick, but I have I got an e.l.f. shadow stick that is just the worst. I bought it in yellow, hoping that it would be great. Spoiler alert, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I was like, e.l.f., what is happening with this stick? Why is this stick so hard to work with? It dragged, stuttered across my eye. It was like trying to take a Crayola crayon and draw on my face. It was not doing what I wanted it to do. It was just not, there was no give. It wasn't creamy. It wasn't easy to do. It was like, it just wasn't good. It was poorly. I don't know. It was just not giving what it should have gave. And I was not impressed. I was definitely not impressed. Because I was like, why are you like this? This is terrible. And I was like, I expect a little bit better from Elf, but apparently not. I was expecting too much. Your girl was expecting too much, apparently. So yeah, that went off to the side in the kit. And yes, I realize I have some stuff over here. I'm gonna have to clean that up later. All right, so I need to clean this eye up as I did with the other one. I did go in with another color out of here. I went in here with the Stinger. This is Stinger. That's what this color is that I was applying on top of. It really don't look that much different, to be quite honest. It is a different shade, but it don't look that different. So, but yeah, we really need to focus on this one. Because the other one's fine, really. Okay. All right. So I can kind of sort of clean up this eye a little bit. Now, what I'm really going to do is just do that right there. Because we have not put on under eye yet, which I will in just a second. I will put on some under eye. Trying to make sure this is kind of, sort of the same on both sides. Okay, so that's better. Once I did a little bit. Let me get my kabuki brush, my Elf kabuki brush, and see if I can. Don't you drop it. My elbow dropped it. See if I can't get that off. Yes. Okay. All right. I got that off my face. Clean this up over here in this side part. All right. So, I mean, it's kind of the same. This is why I like to have a cut crease. I like to have a cut crease because this one is higher than this one. So, I actually probably am going to come back in and add a little bit more up there to make it even. Because I feel like it is not even enough. But I know how to clean that up now when I get a little bit of fallout going on. All right, now that's even. And that is why I cut my crease, because it gives me a good delineation line of, hey, this is where you started and this is where you need to, you did this arch up this high, you need to cut her off at that part. And as a matter of fact, I think I will actually, I probably could have cut my crease. I have a yellow that I can cut it with. I bought the yellow in the shade Punch in the gel cream liner from ColourPop. Y'all know how much I love those, so. Okay. All right. So I am actually going to go in and do that. So it's not looking terrible. All right, so yes, this is the gel cream liner. This is the ColourPop um, BFF cream gel liner in the shade Punch. So let's see what happens when I draw. Nothing. Because it's going right in with that yellow. It is kind of messing up that powder over there just a tad. But this matches this yellow, so there is that. So doing this, I maybe should have done this first, and it would have been fine. I also don't like that this is taking this and putting that there. I don't like that. Don't do that. But it also don't like the fact that I put this powder on top of it too, so. That I put the powder down as a base. It does not like that. Now, this is fine when you do it first. Oh, and I broke the tip off. Okay. This is the only one I really had a problem getting this color on here. Yeah, this yellow is... Let me see what's going on with this yellow. Yeah, that yellow should be fine. I'm not sure. I think it is the powder that's is interacting with this powder and it don't like it. Yeah, it'll be fine though. Okay. Yep. So yeah, we probably should put that on first. Probably. But it's fine. So now I can kind of sort of fill up to that. Like I say, she really does not have a cut crease here, so it's fine. All right. I really can't get this to behave either. So let me go back in. I gotta get some more powder because I really need this to behave and it's not trying to. All right. Let's see if I can make this work. Color, this yellow is such an odd color for me to get to work. And I have yellow outfits and things, but it's such an odd color. Does not like working for me. It does not. This yellow does not want to cooperate right now at all. Is yellow. Yellow in general is a hard color for me to work with. I can make it work. It's just it's gonna take some working to do. Let's see if I can get. Okay. Okay. All right. Because that pencil is being weird up there at the top. You don't want to come down. It don't want to move. It don't want to. It's not really helpful up there at all. So really putting it up there was not helpful. Okay. There's one little section that just does not want to cooperate. All right. So Let me fill that little section back in. All right, so we have gotten the yellow on. All right, yellow is on. Now we got to do something with the corner of the eye. And we need to do the over the lash line. So let me see if I can. We're going to see if this black is going to cooperate over the lash line. If not, I have something else that could make it work. So we're using, this is the BFF cream gel liner. As we just discovered, the yellow does not like working with powder. So we're going to see how this black does. I have used the black over powder before, so it should work. But if it don't, but I have used this before. But this is the cream gel liner in the shade Swerve. All right, so here goes. But he got lost. He started out strong and then he got lost. He got lost in the sauce. Oh, he got lost in there. Let's see. Let me see if I can turn this up just a little bit more. If I press and drag very hard, I can get it. But it is a struggle. It does not want to go over this powder whatsoever. It is like, screw your powder, ma'am. You should have put me on first. I mean, now down here it's fine. It's near my lash line. But trying to draw that demarcation line, no. That buddy's like, absolutely not. You should have put me on first. Because. Alright. Now I'm going to have to come back and draw my wing once I do my powder. If I'm going to do that. Yes, I'm aware she has a wing. But this is. Whew. Desperate times call for desperate measures. As my boy Jafar liked to say in Latin, desperate times call for desperate measures. My Lord. Jafar is my favorite villain. If y'all couldn't tell. Infinitely quotable villain. And Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie. And then probably Cinderella. Now, Princess and the Frog is number 3. It would be a little bit higher, except Tiana spent the majority of that movie as a frog. Absolutely not. I'm like, really? We got the first black Disney princess and she's a frog though? Like 75% of the movie? Really? So that took that standing down. But yes, now we have a wing, and I did get it. It went on much easier over here than it did over there. Much easier. I'm not sure why, but here we are. All right. Let me do my face, and then we'll come back and do. Actually, I am gonna do my mascara first, and then we'll do face, because I was trying to avoid getting that on top of my eyeliner if I did eyeliner just yet. So let me do my face. Let me do my mascara first, and then we'll do face, and then I'll come back and do under eye. All right. So for the mascara, we're going in with the Maybelline Sky High Tinted Primer first. Tinted Mascara Primer. And then I will go in with a couple of different mascaras. Let's get this excess off. Let's see. I gotta get in a little closer. So I'm looking at my times two, to be able to see my lashes as I'm doing this. I mean, they're not gonna be like super long. They don't need to be with this look. Even though hers are long, that's because she's got on falsies. Your girl does not own a pair of false lashes at all. And like I say, maybe in 2026, that'll be our year that we teach ourselves how to do it. But maybe not. I don't know. I'm looking to learn new stuff. I'm always looking to learn something new. So yeah, probably in 2026, I will research my faves and see what they're using for their false lashes. Especially those who wear them fairly often and they look good on them. I do not want crazy size lashes. I don't. I don't want crazy size lashes. Like, I don't want the ones that look like crazy fake, like that are too tall. Um, and look like I got caterpillars on my face. I just want something that looks natural and looks, nice. So we'll see. I know people who wear them, like personally, not just influencers, and they have their favorites. So I'll probably take a poll and see of people that I know. Hey, what are you wearing for your false lashes? And see what they say. All right, so that's our primer, our lash primer. For the first coat of actual mascara, we're going to go in with the Colossal Bubble by Maybelline. That's this. This is the Colossal Bubble. I like this. This is actually pretty good. It's got a lot of product on it. My goodness. This tube stay having some product on it. Okay. Alright. It has a lot of excess product on it. Try not to get it on the yellow, because we do not want to have to fix the yellow. Okay. Like, the yellow is already a problem as it is. It's its own problem child as it is. Okay. All right. And then this one. It's got so much product on this wand that I don't need to dip back into the tube to put any more product on here. Because it's a lot. All right. And then the last coat is going to be the Sephora Size Up. And I really, y'all know how much I rave about this. I love this mascara. It is really good. All the Sephora brand mascara is actually pretty decent. I really like it. And it's reasonably priced. It's like $16. So I can kind of sort of deal with that. That's that eye. Again, I don't have to dip back into the tube. All right. So the lash line on, you can't really see that I have super plumped up lashes, but I do. You can kind of sort of see it's kind of touching a little bit above that lash line. So let's do that a little bit. Okay. So lashes are done. And no, I'm not putting any on my bottom. I'm not going to do any on my bottom. I do have a silver lash somewhere in here. That's odd. In the bottom now. I was like, what? I have silver. What? It is very odd. I'm just not used to seeing it in my bottom ones. In my top ones, yes. It's somewhere over here. It's like in this set right there. All right. Because now we're ready to do face. All right. So, and then we're going to come back and do that under eye. We're going to use this one. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL filter in real life. Filter, longwear foundation, breathable soft matte in the shade F13.5. Now, sometimes I feel like this is a little too dark for me. And then sometimes it isn't. So I don't know what's going on there. But sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. So I don't know what's happening there. All right. Put a decent amount in there. In my little tin. Y'all can see blob is here. All right. So since we are ready to go with primer already, we're ready to paint. But like I say, sometimes this is a little too dark for me, and sometimes it's not. It's weird. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what's happening there. I am going to use some concealer up underneath here and under here. So we're taking very good care not to put foundation there. Okay. And I put just the right amount because now I got just enough to do my forehead left. We are not wasting foundation. I really like this foundation though. It smells nice too. Now most foundations do have a scent, but I noticed the face primers do not. But the foundations do. And they're fine. Most if not all the foundations I use have a really nice scent. So they're fine. Let's see if I can get my chin real good. I want to get right here. Definitely. I know I'm really gonna focus under the eye. Just a second. So I can get above my eyebrows and not touch them. All right. Perfect. All right. We're ready to blend. So I gotta get brushes now. And actually, I'm gonna put... This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Dark 170N. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. And then I'm going to blend. as per the usual, we will be using our angled concealer brush to handle the concealment. This actually, because I used that NYX foundation that was slightly too light for me yesterday, this actually would have been worked really well with it instead of the Juvia's Place shade that I have. And I do have some lighter Juvia's Place concealer too, because I have the concealer, but it's in the wrong. It was the wrong shades. So, but that would have worked with this too. All right, so I am trying to find my foundation. I need this, maybe. No, I don't need that right now. I was thinking I was going to need it. I'm not going to be wearing any blush today. I may wear highlight. I am going to wear highlight, I think. I have highlight that I would like to use because Miss Ma'am has some highlight on. All right, so I found my brushes. The 103 and the 132. These are the Morph brushes. Concealer, foundation. All right, so let's blend. Once I get this done, we're almost done. Now, this blends really nicely on my skin. And this is actually, like I say, right now, it looks like the right shade. And then sometimes I'll be like, man, that was too dark. I'm like, man, that was entirely too dark. And then I will come back and it'll be the right shade, like right now. This is the right shade right now. So, yeah, I don't know. It's the lighting. A lot of it is lighting. Where I am, I need 4K. And I need 4K recording. And I really need better lighting in my little setup here. That's obvious. But a lot of it is I didn't go somewhere else and it has different lighting, so it's brighter, whiter lighting. So I can see a little bit better. Okay. All right, so we have blended everything else out. That was a quick, seamless blend on my face. And now we're going to go under and do this concealer. And that is why I didn't want to put on under eye just yet. But y'all see, seamless blend. That ColourPop matched really well, and it goes really well with this. The ColourPop tends to go with a lot of things. It's a good match for my skin tone. Is the key there. That was a good match. Okay. Now we're ready to do the other eye. Cause see, this now looks brighter under the eye. That's why I say if I put this with the NYX, this probably would be a good match with that NYX. With that NYX foundation that I used yesterday. The NYX Blur. Okay. Beautiful. Now, my under eye is not super cakey. Not really. It's a little dark under there, but that looks fine with this foundation on. But see, now that's beautiful. That works. This looks natural. And I like how this blended seamlessly. You wouldn't know that those were two different brands if I hadn't told you. That's how that's supposed to work. I learned that's how that's supposed to work. Very, very good and very pleased with this pleased with this. And get up under my nose here. I feel like I missed that, and I didn't, but I wanted to double check. All right. So now, let us talk about setting this face. So for setting the face, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Warm Honey. Now sometimes I don't want to use this because I feel like it's too dark to go with this, but this should be fine. You should be fine. All right, let's move that to the side. All right. We're almost done here with day 5 of our 12 days of beauty. It's been fantastic learning experience. Because I learned probably should double check that powder first. But this powder, as much as I love the silky finishing powder. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic silky finishing powder. And it is really, really good. It is beautiful on my skin. I picked the right color. It was the darker shade. But it looks nice. It gives me a nice matte finish. And it's not too dark. And it's not too light. It's literally perfect depending on what foundation I use. It'll seamlessly match. And it looks good. I like how this looks on my skin. So, alright. Yes, I know I used some highlighter. This is like a cream highlighter, and I probably should have put that on first. I didn't think about that until just now. I do not have powder highlighter. So we did this a step out of order here, but it's fine. We're going to do it. It's going to work. Actually, this might be, I wonder, I don't think this is a cream. This might not be cream. Let me see. All right, so this is the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Lunch Money Pearlized. Now, the reason what makes me think that this is cream is because my other one is cream. I have the Super Shock highlighter in the shade Monster, and it is cream. So that's what makes me think that this is cream. But we're going to find out real quick. I guess we're going to find out. Liquid highlighter. Well, let me see. Yeah, this is kind of a cream. Kind of. Yeah, that's kind of a cream. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm not really even going to take my thing. I'm going to take my finger and do where she has some highlighter. So I can tell she has highlighter on her nose and her cheek here, her cheek area. So that means if she got it there, she got it there too. All right. So I'm tapping this with my finger instead of trying to do this with a brush. And I'm going to put it on my nose. Oh, okay. Okay. That worked out. That worked out. That worked out. Okay, that actually worked out. Because I thought that wasn't going to work. I was like, here we go. But just tapping it on with the finger, perfect. That is gorgeous. That worked out exactly the way I needed it to. Instead of trying to take a brush and swipe and do all that. And tap with the brush, just tapping with my finger actually works. Okay. Look at that. I learned something new today. Um, she's not having it on her chin, but like I said, she had it on her nose. And she had it like right in the center part of the nose, like on the bridge, on the tip. And it's gorgeous. Ooh. Ooh, I'm so proud of myself because I figured that out real quick. I took a leap of faith there. Okay, I learned something new, so I can do that without. Oh, that's perfect. So now I know how to apply this because I got a bunch of this. Like, I got a bunch of this. So now I know how to apply that. Okay. All right. We'll take it. So don't need my brush then. All right. So highlighters applied on nose and cheek, and that's it. That's all I need to do there. All right. So now on that inner corner, I guess I could put it on the inner corner too. I guess. I guess. I'm gonna try. I'm taking my index finger now, same highlighter that I used for the cheeks, and I'm gonna put it in the corner of my eye over here, which I have never done before in my life. I've never done that. That is new. Yeah, this is definitely a cream. It is buildable too. This is definitely buildable. Oh, perfect. Okay. It looks weird in here because I've never done it before. But perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Okay. It looks like I would just put a big giant dot right there, but there's some rhyme and reason to it. It don't look super crazy, so we'll take it. Because that's how she kind of sort of did that, except she did it in the corner with like the actual powder. So listen, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, I'm so proud of my little highlight on my cheeks. I'm so proud. That looks cute. All right. Let's talk about these lips because we're at the end now. All right. So, and actually, let's go in. Like I said, we're going to do the under eye. Let's do the under eye. I've added all the freaking foundation in the world under my eye. So we're drawing on top of it. This will probably stick around a little bit better because we have a base up underneath there. Normally we do not have a base up underneath here. So my because I don't put primer down here. Now that NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer is exactly what it says. You could do that if you really wanted to, because that's what that is for. Shadow and Liner Primer. Okay. Okay. So now let me add my wing back over here. I'm going to extend this wing just a little bit. So clearly this is what we should be using to do a wing instead of trying to do it with the freaking liner. Much easier to do a wing that way because it's thinner and I don't have to worry about it being not long enough or not thick enough or too thin. Like it's weird when I use the other pencil. So yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right. So let us worry about these lips now. All right. She has on gloss. She's not wearing lipstick. She's got on gloss. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do some gloss. So for the liner, I'm going to use, because she has a very dark line. It's brown. It's a dark brown, which makes me think it is either the darkest brown pencil in the history of lip liner pencils, or she has on brown and black liner. I'm looking to see. So I think that's how this is working. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this black on first, and then I'm going to do the other one. So, all right. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Black Lips. Normally, I do not use this liner to do my lips, even though it is a lip liner in black, because it tends to be too thick. But we're going over it with another color, so it should be fine. All right. Okay. So that's black. It's a very quick lip line. All right, now for the other color, I was trying to see what color I had that could possibly get that dark. This is the same brand, NYX Retractable Lip Liner. This is in the shade Plum. So we're going to see if Plum works. And if I can do anything with it. Of course, I drew entirely too much up here on the top. Normally, I do not feather my lip liners with other colors. I just pick one, and that's it. Of course, I drew the dang lip liner too on my lips. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna go in. That's my lips with two colors on. We're gonna go in with some primer. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Primer. Because like I say, I don't want to destroy my lips with lip gloss. Now my lips are kind of not acting up today, but all right. All right, so now we're going to put on our lip gloss. The lip gloss is going to be the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Milky Way. I actually like how this lip gloss just did itself. This has menthol in it, and it has a tingling effect. Now, I can't really feel it. I will, but it won't be as intense because I have on primer. That's super pretty. That turned out really pretty. Okay. All right. I don't think we look all that much like Miss Ma'am, but we look like something. We pretty. We pretty. We something. So, to set the face, we're going to go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Lock It In Setting Spray. That's this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is the completed look. So, let me spray my face down. And we're going to use Mr. Sweetful. And we're drying our face, which means we are done, ladies and gentlemen. This is day 5 in the books. I think this turned out okay at the end. I actually probably would wear this as a daily look. I probably would. That's the first time I've ever done like a graduated lip with the lip gloss and the lip liner on my lips. Entire time I've been wearing lipstick and lip gloss and lip liner, and that's been about 30 years. So that's the first time I've ever gotten that to look like that, and I'm like, hey, look at that, we did something different. Normally I don't let my lip liner come that far down, so that's why I'm kind of surprised. But that's what happens when you put your lips together with that lip gloss on. I think it turned out really pretty though. I do. I think that turned out really, really pretty. I am very pleased with this highlighter. I have learned something new. I've learned how to put some highlighter on. That all I really need to do is just use my finger. Real pleased with how the skin turned out. Listen, Makeup Revolution, they be kind of weird sometimes, but they kind of weird. But that foundation is really good. Also, as y'all can see now I got this yellow on. It's starting to go away, if you will. And it's because that brown is trying to fight against that brown so much. It is. It's fighting that brown so much. Alright, my face is dry. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the completed look. I'm going to leave my hair up, and I'm going to leave my hair pinned down here with the bangs. But that is the completed look. Yes, I probably would wear I would wear some dangly earrings with this. Just because dangly earrings. When I have my hair up, I usually wear long earrings. If I have my hair down, I wear short earrings. So generally that was how I was taught. My mom was like, I was like, oh, okay, all right. You're a little too jumped up about that there, lady. So, I want to thank y'all for watching. I think this turned out really well. I really like how this turned out. I'm very pleased with this. I think this was good. This was really, really good. This is a good look for me. And I think I might do this on a more regular basis. I mean, I do some of this on a regular basis. Like, I do the eyes like this all the time, except I do cut my crease. And I don't do my lips like this too much. But I'm gonna learn how to do this and do it right. So, without doing it by accident. So, but I really liked how the face turned out. I really liked the highlight. Y'all know I'm getting into more into highlight and blush. So, learn how to do that and do it right. And figuring out how that works. So, I think this is gonna be nice. So, now that I know that about my yellow powders, I know to use continue to use a lighter eyeshadow primer underneath, so it doesn't do this number that it's doing right now. Also, I'm very pleased with how the eyelashes turned out too. Can't really see them, but they're there. You can kind of sort of see a little bit over the lash line, the pin-up lash line. So, I mean, but I think overall this look turned out well. I do. I'm very pleased with this. So that has been day 5 of our 12 days of beauty here at Budget Beauty. Come back. Tomorrow is our usual day for our weekly episode, and so that will be day 6. We will not count it as a weekly episode in the playlist for that. We will count it as day 6. So I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but I'll find something and we'll try and attempt the look and see what we can come up with. So I want to thank you for watching. You guys have been watching our videos for the 12 Days of Beauty, and we appreciate it. We are on, tomorrow will be day 6, so we're about halfway through here now. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and support more of our videos, more of our beauty attempts, more of us doing things here at Budget Beauty. I want to thank you for watching. See you later. Peace.